I should have lifted the drone and killed Queen and killed the drones with the Oracle. Yeah, that's a cool move. I actually never do that. I really should do that a little bit more.
Good luck, have fun.
All right, let's get into game here. Still not showing my MMR. Ah, there we go. Okay, the MMR is fixed. It's grabbing the MMR now. That's awesome. All right. So I'm playing Vice Ravana, who is Vice Ravana? Who's Vice Ravana? I know his name because he plays all of like the ANZ WCS qualifiers. But I'm trying. Wait, no, he's Japanese. He's Japanese. Yeah, Vice Ravana is the Japanese player, isn't he? Okay, I remember. So it's going to be a Terran versus Zerg, guys. We are going to be playing Mech. Big things I've been focusing on to improve my Mech play is just being more solid with my wall-offs. Leaving a siege tank at home to defend counterattacks in the mid-game onwards, that sort of stuff. On this map, don't really get to practice that too much because I get an in-base there that is very well protected. So just going to be playing a very standard Mech play. This is a great map to Raven harass on. So what you do is you get your Raven, you drop 1 or 2 auto turrets, you group it back up with your Hellions, you clear creep, and then you send it back to harassment. And that's what we're going to be aiming to do in this game. Should work out quite well. Seems like the music's frozen up. I think it's because there's a few blank bits in this soundtrack that we're listening to. Yeah, there's a few like just blank pauses. That's cool. So, of course, 19 SCVs. This SCV, bit of a gap in production there. Slightly sloppy. 19 SCVs and then Reaper and Orbital. Very standard stuff. Slightly slow on gas as well. Cleanest opening from me, but no big deal. Yeah, so you guys can see the MMR in the top center of the screen. So this is obviously my Terran MMR, so I need to get it back up a little bit. I've just realized like it's probably going to be a bit more comfortable for me to ladder on separate MMRs. Especially on days when I really want to focus on one race and I want to kind of grind out some practice. I want that MMR to be up to date. I don't want to be like, oh cool, I want to practice this Terran build. Let's go on ladder and dumpster people half my MMR. So this guy is 5300, so that's actually like a much better match. There's a big difference between 4900 and 5200. Reactor goes down. We see creep, which means I don't need to defend.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm going. Got something for me to kill. SCV ready. What? You want something?
Forgot to build my second gas.
Fair enough. Done. On the way. All right. SCV ready.
Sloppy. Come on, come on, come on. I was like, why? I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I'm like, oh yeah, I meant to have put on gas. I went back to my main and I was like, oh, I don't even have the gas started. So that's fine. We're still going to stick to the same sort of build order. It's just going to be a little bit delayed as a result.
What's it worth? Let's fear the Reaper Man. SCV ready. Geronimo! Got something for me to kill. I'm listening.
Wow.
I'm going. SCV ready.
That apparently didn't build. What? Ooh, okay. Lots of basic errors.
CC's upgrade.
Looks like I'm playing to that 3300 MMR.
SCV ready. What? Got it.
It's not the end of the world.
Your add-on's
So I'm gonna faster than normal third.
SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. Agreed.
He does manage to kill that. It's awesome.
SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. What's it worth? On the way. SCV ready.
So it's third CC, then you get your armory. Now right after the armory, you want to go double gas. You don't want to delay that too long, right?
Into the highway.
Just trying to make sure creep is delayed here. Double gas goes down. Thank you so much for the support, Kamux. Really appreciate that. 17 months, damn. It's a long time. That's a lot of queens, which is cool. Put guys on gas early, make sure I don't forget. I'm pretty big on making accommodations for my lacking skill. Wow, what the hell? They just weren't targeting that quite the way I wanted them to. Sloppy pig. Come on, here we go. Get that orbital. Keep building depots here. Now I'm going to have 2 cyclones pop out. We're going to try and take down that overlord. This guy is already going in, and he's going to drop an auto turret. We've got 1 Viking on the way. Let's get that going. Ooh, that upgrade only just now starting on the thingo. Let's get some reactors going now.
CC's upgrading.
And let's rally over to the 3rd. Go back to cyclone production.
Cyclone ready for action. SCV ready. SCV ready. Command. This.
Ooh, did that get blocked before? It looks like it did. So you want to shift click on those drones. One of the most tilting things you can do is actually put down an auto turret right after they return. So let's do that.
Your add-on's done.
SCV ready. Wait. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Guys on gas. Now double Thor
SCV ready.
and double medevac.
SCV ready.
Now we've got the Raven here, so let's make sure we keep on pushing back those creep tumors.
SCV ready.
I'm not sure why he's doing like this.
SCV ready.
Let's try and take out some creep tumors on the north side. And that's that. Okay, so now we can go engineering bay and get 2nd depot started, 2nd armory, and let's go for extra factories.
SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready. You're the boss.
Let's put 1 extra SCV on there to replace that. Let's try and build a 4th command center on location.
Bigger, faster.
Now the Raven's going to go back in and drop that.
SCV ready.
Alright, Raven's going in.
Getting fired.
Let's get tank production going.
Wait. In the rear.
And let's get that going. Alright,
Show me. Channel's clear.
let's put out some spotters.
I get ya.
Oh, that Raven is up to so many kills, man.
Ready to raise some hell. This ought to be
Ready for pickup? Dropping off. Somebody, get me out of this mess.
ready to roll out.
Flight. Where's the emergency?
You can roll as many Banelings in as you want.
Waiting on you. Inbound.
Okay, cool. Let's regroup that.
Add-on complete.
Let's get blue flame, servos, more tech labs. That brings us up to 1, 2, 3, 4 tech labs. We do want 2 more factories with tech labs if possible. Let's put those guys on there. We're gonna get the planetary fortress.
Yep.
Add-on's finished.
And
Some hell.
Wait.
Ready to raise some hell.
alright.
Mineral field depleted.
Understood. Well, hallelujah.
SCV ready.
Somebody, get me out of this mess. Strap in.
I am here.
Ready for pickup?
Ready to raise some hell.
CC's upgraded.
Ready to roll out.
Alright, so we've got more upgrades on the way.
Some hell.
These guys keep expanding. Let's get building armor.
I'm in a heap of trouble. Absolutely. Fueled up, ready to go.
Check if there's queen still there.
Ready to raise some hell.
Yep.
In the pipe. 5x5.
Research finished.
Ready to raise some hell.
Your add-on's done. Your upgrade's done.
Fueled up, ready to go. I'm in a heap of trouble.
Okay.
Watch this. Engineering.
Waiting on you.
Bad news.
What's that?
Stay.
Go ahead. Got no. Hey. Got
any extra firepower?
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
These Hellions dropping in the back at the same time as I push the front. They're going to run in the main. So these Hellions run in there. They're going to morph into Hellbats. I've got this push here. There's nice spread. At home, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Tech Lab factories, 2 reactors. I'm building more Thors and Vikings in case there is some sort of Broodlord tech switch. And basically, whoops. What else do you do behind that is you just keep building command centers, especially in the corners, because you can mule those out and start mining those out. So even if your armies start dying, we'll get 3-2 next. Even if your armies start dying, you can do things like just run in with Hellions and just kill stuff in the back. Something I've been wanting to add into my play, which Gumiho and a few other really good mech players like TY use a lot, is just randomly at this stage of the game, build a couple Liberators and just keep queuing them up to harass Mineral Lions. The combination of these early medevacs that we used for Thor drops, just ferrying Hellions in, so I queued up that Hellion drop to come around the back and drop in the natural. That sort of stuff. Drop Hellions, queuing up Liberators and just doing Hellion run-bys, that forces the Zerg to be on the defensive, and the Zerg wants to build all these very immobile units to counter Mech. Hydra's not the most mobile, they're not super immobile, but Vipers, Broodlords, these sort of things are super slow and shitty, so if you just take the map and you kind of Zerg the Terran, Zerg the Zerg player, you can actually just out-economy them and just massively overwhelm. So that's that was a pretty clean game there. I mean, that was pretty easy. I think I did a worker count. He never really got ahead. I just kept picking off so many workers with auto turrets. Cleared up his creep pretty well, so his creep never got out of control. And I like that rotation with the Raven. I think that makes a massive difference. It's like 2 auto turrets, do 1, focus down drones, do another focus down drones, bring it to the front, clear up creep, send the Raven back to drop more auto turrets, then the Thor drop hits, and it just kind of keeps them busy while you're allowed to focus on getting up, you know, your 3rd CC, your double upgrades, your massive factories, and all that sort of stuff. How do you defend Ling Run buys? Your expansions seem kind